Louisiana beer review, Samuel Adams, Wicked Hazy Juicy New England IPA, 6.8% alcohol, 35 international bitterness units. You have to give them credit for putting that on the can. Some companies, for whatever reason, don't do it. It's irritating. This beer is certified kosher, sold in cans and bottles and probably on draft. Brewed in the United States, meaning Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Ohio by the Boston Beer Company. Enjoy before April 30th, 2021. Okay, great. It's got the date, guys. And it was brewed, it's got the born on date too, brewed on the 363rd day of 2020, which is December 29th. In Pennsylvania at 9:39 in the morning. Now that's pretty good information over there. On there. We did a duo review. My friend David and I, he was very hostile towards this ale. I wasn't sure about it. I wasn't, oh, nice smoke. I wasn't thrilled, that's for sure. But he was just very displeased, and he bought a whole 6-pack, and he said, here, you take a can and go do a duo we did do a solo review. I said, okay. So I'm going to try to give it a fair assessment. It's hazy. It's going to be juicy. They're talking about all these fruits on the website. And the head guy, Cook, was talking about, Koch Cook was talking about you want a malty beer and all this. And he has remarked in the past, in a number of interviews, that he did not like IPAs in general, the old style IPAs. Didn't like the bitterness. And he felt compelled to produce them reluctantly just because it was so popular. But now they moved into the New England phase, and that has really become popular. And if you watched our videos, you know, my videos and our duo reviews, you know that we haven't exactly warmed up to these. But that's a personal preference issue. It's not really a quality issue generally. Very bubbly all along the sides of glass. In the interior of the glass. Sediment, well, I don't know. I don't see any chunks, but obviously there's sediment. It's so hazy. Translucent, let's call it orange, depending on how the light hits it now. Yeah, gold with the light, the dim overcast light coming through. It's gold, but orange gold. Some stats, specs, 6.8% alcohol, so it's got a lot of alcohol. 35 bitterness units, so it's not going to be particularly bitter. Of course, they use their standard base, their Samuel Adams 2-row pale malt blend. They also have, for the malt, and they add white wheat and golden naked oats. And I believe we were talking about this beer, I might be thinking of something else, but I believe in our duo we were saying, it seemed like they have oats in it. I said it and then he agreed, my friend David agreed. Okay, the hops is a big lineup. Cascade, Citra, Galaxy, Mosaic, and Simcoe. There are a few video reviews, not many yet. This was introduced only in January 2021. Gets a very good score on Beer Advocate, 89 out of 100, with only 35 check-ins. Rate Beer doesn't have enough check-ins and reviews to even give a score. And Untapped is giving it a 75 out of 100, which is actually quite high for Untapped, with over 4,300 check-ins. So, put those notes down. Let's check it out here on this very damp, overcast day. I had the windows open, but you can hear, well, I mean, not but, and you can hear the birds. You wouldn't feel or hear the humidity. I've had days here, though, in Louisiana that was so humid that the camera lens fogged up, and I kept wiping it. It didn't matter. It kept fogging up. Thus, the humidity in this state, in this part of the state, southeastern Louisiana. Nice lacing. Oh, aroma. Yeah, hop resins in the sense that they're fruity, not the old piney, oily hop resins of 12 years ago. 10 to 12 years ago. So, they say hazy, yes. They say juicy, yes. And they were talking about on their promo video Malty, okay. I would say like more like cereal grain-y. They got that combination of the barley, of the wheat. You can definitely pick up the white wheat. Go buy a loaf of white wheat bread. That's a brand. It's called white wheat bread. You're going to notice this taste. And the oats. Now, I would not say the oats give it a slimy, I use that term sometimes, a terrible term to use, but it best describes it, mouthfeel. Or you could say, I don't know how else to say it. Get that in the oatmeal stouts. The body here is medium, not heavy in any way. It's a dry finish. Is it much different? Like in the promo video, they were saying sometimes you got to go out on a limb and take a chance and all this. And at Samuel Adams, Boston Beer Company, we're willing to do that. I think in most cases they don't, in my opinion, don't really do that. They pretty much play things safe and, well, yeah, I mean, you can get some exotic things from them. Used to be able to, at least. Like their Doppelbock and their Imperial White Ale. But I don't ever see that anymore. I don't think it's made anymore. Those were so intense and powerful. And I'm saying this to Boston Beer Company. Y'all better bring that Boston Ale back to Louisiana. The Boston Ale is my favorite from them of all time. I like the Rebel Rouser too, the old traditional double IPA. That was a dynamite product to me. But people say it's too strong, it's too bitter. Okay, so it's gone, I guess. Certainly going from here. I have not seen the Wicked Hazy in this town, but we get a limited supply here. I mean, we're only talking about 26,000 people or whatever we have. The whole parish is what, 40? About 40,000, so you're not going to get a huge... we're on the periphery of New Orleans metro, of the New Orleans metro area, and I would not call us the New Orleans metro area. We're on the outside of that. You got to get to Kenner, really, to be in that, I'll call it New Orleans area. Of course, if you go to Jefferson Parish and Orleans Parish, you're going to get a very substantial variety. Now, when you go east and you get to St. Tammany Parish, then you'll notice the varieties will start to drop. Because then you have Slidell, which is not big, really. It's growing. St. Tammany as a whole is growing, the biggest population of any parish. But I suppose Mandeville and Covington probably get a pretty wide variety, but that's a long way from here, and I don't typically go out there. Enough of the geographical exploration comments, but that is the case. Our complaint, and we had many, and my complaint now is the same. It's just bland. I know there's the Wicked Easy, which people say is a replacement for Sam 76, and I suppose it is. And I thought that was just terribly dull. He's saying on the can, he's saying it's wicked delicious. Nice little bitterness. I don't think it's wicked delicious or terribly delicious. That's what that expression up in the New England area, Boston area, wicked delicious, they mean, very much so, it's tremendously delicious. Meaning very. Would not say that. I was hoping. The main attribute I'm getting is just sort of bland. I drink enough bland beers. No big deal. I even actually like bland beers. Tell you the truth, I had a 30 pack well, 2 15s, but 30 cans of Keystone Ice. Has some flavor notes, aroma notes, body and finish and everything, mouthfeel and all that. Ice brewed ale in that case, but whatever. Okay, so it's bland. It's not that terrific. It's 5.9. It's run-of-the-mill, mass-produced ice beer. But I can get a 15-pack for $8.99 when Winn-Dixie runs that sale, which they do about every 3 weeks. There's no way I'm going to get this for that price. Now, at the salvage store, if they start to unload it there, yeah, it'll be short-dated, and you might get a 6-pack for $3.99. We got some great deals on short-dated High Lie, $3.99. The one from Terrapin, or the Hazy IPA, I can't recall the name, $3.99. Not super fresh, so of course I guess the hops dropped. But we were very impressed actually with the High Lie, because even though it was out of the date range, I finished one the other day, the last of the 6-pack, and the hops were very strong, very powerful, very intense. In that can, they had not faded in any appreciable way. But I mean, you say, well, why are you telling me this? I don't live by the salvage store on Jefferson Highway in Elmwood, Louisiana. I don't live by that warehouse area, you know, east of the Huey Long Bridge. West of the Huey P. Long Bridge. I don't know what I'm thinking. Louisiana Highway 48. I get that. But a lot of towns have these kind of stores where they sell salvage groceries that are acquired for various reasons. So my friend David, he lives close to that. So he likes to scout the salvage store. And he runs across some mind-boggling deals. I have run across mind-boggling deals. Like Schaefer Light, 30-pack. Yeah, you know, the brick, they call it, $9.99. I mean, was it short dated? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Was it bad? No. Did it seem like it had lost anything? No, because there wasn't a whole lot to lose to start with. And those are some kind of outrageous deals, for an example. But getting back to this is the whole point of bland beers. Yeah, I'm probably not going to see this for $3.99 a 6-pack, although it is within the realm of possibility. But you're probably looking at, let's see, Sam Adams around here sells for $8.99. Okay, so you're looking at $8.99 a 6-pack. Okay, so $8.99 a 6-pack for a beer that's, in my opinion, is as bland and probably, perhaps even arguably more blander than Keystone Ice. I don't see the value in it. He was just outdone and not pleased, and I was not as outdone because I didn't buy it, you know. But their beers are fine. They're fine. But then a lot of beers are fine. Like, yeah, it's fine. I'll drink it. It's nice. It's something to drink. But I think those things should be considered. I know I consider them. So how would I score it? Well, at least it's not like loaded with lupulin powder and, you know, put your finger in there and get this gunk on it. And it tastes like bitter junkness. So this is a company that knows how to make beer. All right, let's cut to the chase. They know what they're doing. They've been doing it since 1985, 84, but really 85 when it got really rolling. You're not going to get a bad product from them. I mean, even their bad products, like a lot of people say cherry wheat, can't argue with that. It's not bad. It's just within a certain context, it's kind of bad. But I don't ever see cherry wheat anymore. I bought my neighbor some one time, a 6-pack. She was like, "Oh, that's terrible." Anyway, they're just not, to me, too exciting. You say, "Whoa, beta, y'all always reviewing a beta. Those aren't exciting." Okay, all right, fine. You're right. Okay, fine. Tin Roof in Baton Rouge. Okay, it's not exciting. Full Sail, we used to get that. Widmer Brothers, we used to get that. Magic Hat, we used to get that. What's the thing from, I was going to say Top Hat. The one that made UFO. And the flannel fall beer. You know what I'm talking about. They're fine. I don't know. It's a big conundrum, really. It's like you take a step up. It's not really that big of a step. You want to go a little higher hat. Boulevard. Yes. Founders. Obviously. Sierra Nevada. It's a step up. North Coast, yeah. It's more developed. The one from San Diego. They made Sculp and Ballast Point. It's a step up. But it's a step away because I wouldn't ever see them anymore. Oh well, that's the such is the world with getting excited and happy with a product and then it goes bye-bye. All right, enough of that. It's nice, I guess. A score. See, these are the ones that are hard to rate and review. I mean, if it's something like Bourbon County Stout, KBS Mackinac Stout, those are easy. Mackinac Fudge Stout, those are easy to review because they're so great. You just say, oh, it's so wonderful, and you give it a high score, and there's nothing to it. You paid a lot, but you don't care. Or Ballantine Burnt Nail. But these are tough because you don't know how to address it. You don't know how to approach it. Stone, they kind of fallen into this a little. They are falling into this. Still do great work. Oh, I'm not very confident in this score. I'm not even sure about the score, but I think I have to give it a score to be fair. It's like the same old enigma wrapped in a riddle with this company. I'm gonna say 89. All right, so B plus. I'm gonna say it's a B plus. I don't remember what I literally do not remember what I gave it when we were doing the duo last week. But I mean, I remember it was like a big controversy, like they say in England. I don't hate it. Obviously, I don't hate it. I'm giving it a B plus, very good. But I don't. I just don't like paying $8.99 for a 6-pack of something that's very good, and I can buy a 15-pack for the same score. That's just the way I feel about it. And some people get angry, you know, with the reviews. I say I give honest reviews since 2010. I'm gonna keep doing that. If it's upsetting or whatever, I'm sorry. I'm not here to like placate beer companies. Anyway, it's just a hobby. I just do it just to do it. I'm mostly a viewer. I said this so many times. I'm mostly a viewer. I watch people's videos and I make comments, which are never too elaborate. And then I happen to make videos. So this is the way I feel. You might have a different opinion. I'm sorry, okay? So anyway, Laissez Les Bon Temps Relais, a very good beer with all of the business behind that. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to Louisiana and tour one of our local breweries like Tin Roof and Baton Rouge, which I still need to visit.